Welcome, everyone. January 26th, Board of Trustees Business Meeting. Let's start with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, as you know, the study session was canceled. I hope we did a couple push-outs. I hope everybody got that message that wanted to see that. So we'll convene to our, obviously, our regular meeting as scheduled. Are there any additions? Does anybody have any additions or deletions to this? Nothing? Okay, then I'm going to need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Before we get to our presentations, just so you know, Jameson, Mickey, and Bill are all excused tonight, but we do have a quorum, so we're going to obviously continue. Our presentation is the swearing in of these young men here, Chief, Deputy Chief, and Lieutenants. Brian, are you going to handle that since Jameson is gone?
Yep, I got that. Hold on
You
one
guys
second.
want to come up, please?
I probably have pens. Which way do you want me to do this? All right. Raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of
of the office of
Police Chief,
Police Chief,
Deputy Police Chief,
Deputy Police Chief,
Police Lieutenant,
Police Lieutenant,
in and for the Township of Grosse Ile,
and for the Township of Grosse Ile,
County of Wayne,
County of Wayne,
and State of Michigan,
and State of Michigan,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll leave this here. You guys sign.
Congratulations.
Deputy Lieutenant.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Good-looking group.
Make sure I'm signing in the right spot here.
So Brian, just the signing, because the other thing that we did the other day is, we're all set then, correct?
Yep.
All right, good. Congratulations again, gentlemen.
Thanks,
Here.
Thank you.
Anyone in the audience, they'll be done here in just 1 second, it's not a big deal. Anybody in the audience have any public comment? If you do, it's 3 minutes. Oh, young lady on the side here, come on up. Just state your name, please, and the address.
My name is Margaret Lutsic. I live at 22799 West River Road. And this is, I just want to go back to the country club that I live next door to. On December 1st of '25, the Planning Commission acted beyond its authority and without due process when it approved a site plan for a massive 7,572 square foot detached accessory structure characterized as a golf cart barn in the north side yard of the West Shore Golf and Country Club adjacent to my home. The planned structure, with a footprint nearly the size of the main clubhouse, is a combination of 2 separate buildings, according to the applicant, with a height of 25 feet 4 inches, plus or minus the midpoint, with the actual height of over 37 feet, which will add an indoor golf range, indoor golf simulators, a restroom, in addition to an indoor golf cart charging and storage to the existing special land use as a golf and country club. The West Shore Golf and Country Club operates in a residential district as a special land use in a R1A residential district. Quote, special land uses are uses considered to be more intense or potentially more disruptive compared to the various uses in a particular zoning district which are permitted by right, section 285-22.1. Special procedures must be followed for any expansion. While the Planning Commission may grant approval to allow an accessory building larger than the maximum floor area if it meets the principal building rear yard setback and a setback from the side lot line at least equal to the height of the building, such a structure is permitted only in a rear yard of an internal lot, not a side yard where it is planned. Section 285-19.11 D and E. The site plan was erroneously approved as if the detached accessory structure is proposed on a waterfront lot where a detached accessory structure may be permitted in a side yard. And while the Planning Commission may grant approval to allow an accessory building larger than the maximum floor area, the maximum height shall be 17 feet according to Section 285-19E. Nowhere is the Planning Commission authorized to approve the detached accessory structure with a height of greater than 17 feet, irrespective of an expanded floor area. The applicant stated in the site plan application that a site plan is for 2 buildings. Only 1 detached accessory building per principal structure is allowed. The Planning Commission did not have the authority to approve a site plan build 2 detached accessory structures in a side yard which are over 17 feet high at the club, which without required variances for the side yard location and excessive height. The chair was aware of this and commented at the initial site plan introduction that a similar project had been brought before the commission and wasn't allowed. Furthermore, to allow an accessory building larger than the maximum floor area, quote, the public hearing procedures and standards of Article 22, special land use review shall be followed, except that the Planning Commission shall be the approved authority, unquote. While a public hearing was held for the initial site plan approved April 25, as an adjacent property owner within 300 feet of the West Shore Country Club, I never received a public notice hearing as required by Section 285-24-6B. And there was no public hearing for the site plan approval on December 1st of 2025. This is very serious and warrants reversal of all the site plan approvals. Additionally, for a use or building which involves more than one activity classified as a special land use, a separate special land use permit shall be required for each use requiring special land use review on a lot or for any expansion of a special land use which has not previously received a special land use permit, 285-22.4E.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I need a little more time because I want to hear what this is about. Maybe you can kind of wrap it up. I'll let you.
Well, it's just the violations. It was totally violated, and it's.
You can wrap it up. That's all right.
Okay, well, I've got about 2 more minutes. As a special land use in a residential district, the West Shore Club do not have the right to expand its business operations to include all of these things that are going on inside. This would require a public hearing for each new additional use. The requirement is independent of whether the expansion of the special land use is considered a major or minor amendment. The Planning Commission, you should be ensuring of any site plan approval at West Shore Golf and Country Club meets all zoning requirements, as stated previously. The Planning Commission was not authorized to approve the site plans, both which violates Groseal Township ordinances, allowing an unlawful expansion of privately owned West Shore Golf and Country Club, disadvantages competing golf clubs and courses, including Groseal Country Club and the taxpayer-owned Funded Waters Edge golf course. Instead of upholding our ordinances, taxpayer dollars have been spent to defend this unlawful building for a private club. Taxpayers should be outraged, and this board should take immediate action to ensure that all ordinances and laws are followed with any ongoing development before ground is broken at West Shore. I just want to state that the violation of the Open Meetings Act of the state of Michigan was violated at this time. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Dr. Let me ask, can I just, I'm just going to ask.
Because I didn't give copies.
No, that's my copy. That is exactly, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Doc.
Anything else?
No,
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
you were bringing it when I was about
Thank
to
you.
ask.
Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone in the audience have any young man there? No. Thank you. All right. That's the end of public comment.
Supervisor, I have 2.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Then go ahead.
Tim Anderson, Macomb Street. At the last Board of Trustees meeting on January 12, Representative Riley Linting graciously attended the meeting and gave an update on all of the happenings in her district and future projects. She then allowed the board members to ask any questions they had for her. Several board members asked insightful and relevant questions on local and state issues. There was one board member, Trustee Bartlett, who was totally disrespectful of first Miss Linting, but also to the entire township of Grosse Ile. Rather than asking a question regarding a state or local issue, she chose to rant about how unsafe she feels living in this country with the ICE officers in Minnesota murdering a young woman who was driving away. Her words. In what world does anyone feel that was an appropriate setting to make that statement? If Ms. Bartlett lacks the self-control and temperament to realize that she has no business serving on the board, at the very least, she owes an apology to representing Linting, but also importantly to the citizens of Grosse Ile who voted her into office to work on township issues and leave her politics at the door. This lack of character has not gone unnoticed by myself, but I am sure by many others who have witnessed this inappropriate diatribe. And Christine Davis, Boucher. I watched the Police Commission study session and the Bridge Commission meetings. I would first like to make a comment about the meeting regarding the millage and need for another officer. I thought Jameson brought up very good questions so we can get a clear picture of calls, statistics, etc. By the way, there is no violation of HIPAA or privacy law if you do not reveal the person's name or any health information. So it's legal to say a police run, heart attack, gunshot, car accident, injuries, or not, etc. These statistics are turned over to the FBI or state for crime statistics. Example, the person they recently found dead in the water. The TV first said unidentified person was found in the river, then said the family had identified the person. It was reported as a water rescue, no laws broken. The bridge meeting was a bit surprising to find out the township bridge will be closed for 2 years. In preparation for the closure, has the police department put out a notice for more reserve officers. Reserve officers can direct traffic, then there is not a need to use a police officer all day. We all know traffic will be a problem, and using only our police officers is really a waste of their time and our tax dollars. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, anyone else? Nobody? All right. You sure you guys want to stay? Just checking. I've known Paul for many years, that's all right. All right.
He wants to hear you.
Kevin, why don't you, do the consent agenda?
Good evening. I would like to move that the board approve the consent agenda 2510, or 25100, which consists of the following minutes of the January 12th, 2026 regular meeting, check register dated through January 23rd, 2026, and the township staff holidays for fiscal year 2026 to 2027.
Just need
Second.
go ahead.
We have a second for that?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
All right, any discussion on anything here? Any questions on the consent agenda? Okay, to approve consent agenda 25-100. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried for consent agenda 25-100. Okay, action items. Kevin, you have the first one,
I do.
and what I was gonna tell you, if you wish, I was going and reading through this. If you wanna read the front part, we second it. We can have Derek or you, whichever you like. You don't have to read the entire history, because it's kind of if you'd like to, knock yourself out. But if you want it explained, we can do that. It's up to you what you want. That's all. It's how you wanna do it.
Okay. Let me,
Yeah.
so this is agenda item, sludge pump purchase for the wastewater treatment plant. And the recommendation is that the Grosse Ile Township Board hereby affirms the emergency purchase of 3 Wemco 4x11S Model E sludge pumps at a cost of $73,050.
Second.
Thank you. Would you like me to read some of the history, or would you like
You
to?
wanna give the Cliff Notes, Derek?
Whatever the board's pleasure is.
How about
Cliff notes sound good.
whatever Kevin wants.
So about 3 years ago, we had 3 pumps, sludge pumps installed at the wastewater treatment plant. Since their installation, we've been having some problems with priming of these pumps. We've been working with Kennedy Industries, which is the vendor that supplied these pumps over the past 3 years, to try to correct those issues. Basically exhausted all the different options that they've suggested, and that has been at their cost to try to remedy those issues. It's gotten to the point now where we would like to go back to the previous application. We had Wemco pumps before. These Kennedy-supplied flight pumps were installed 3 years ago. And we've reviewed that with our engineers, and we're confident that the reinstallation of new WEMCO pumps, or the installation of new WEMCO pumps, which are the same as what we previously had, will resolve the issues. We've brought up these issues with Kennedy that we've had with these pumps. They're aware of them, obviously, and also we brought up the issue that we expect reimbursement for the expense of those flight pumps. And they've confirmed that they will do that following the installation of the WEMCOs. So there are some compliance issues here that are of concern, which I won't get too heavily into those, but basically the state of Michigan and the improvements we had to do under ACO are tied to these pumps, so that's why we have to get them up and operational to satisfy some of our requirements under our administrative consent order. So that is the long and short of it. I'll expand in any areas that the board has questions on.
Thank you for that explanation. Are there any questions for anyone?
No.
Okay, action item number 1, sludge pump purchase for the sewer treatment plant. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Okay, action item number 1, carried. We have no discussion items tonight. The clerk has been excused. Kevin, you're up then for your treasurer's report.
The treasurer's report for January 26, 2026. The treasurer's office continues to collect winter tax bill payments and late summer tax bill payments at Township Hall. Winter tax bills are due February 17th. To date, we have collected approximately 59.1% of the total winter tax roll. Distributions of the tax collections have been sent in a timely manner to Wayne County and the Groseal School District. Winter tax deferments are still available. Eligible residents can apply for an extension of the winter tax due date of February 17th, 2026 to April 30th, 2026. Forms are available online at Groseal Groseal.com until February 17th, 2026. And please don't forget to register your pet soon. 2026 pet licenses are available at the treasurer's office. The fee increases from $6 to $12 next week on February 1st. Please be sure to bring a current rabies vaccination certificate for your pet when purchasing your license. And thank you for paying your taxes.
All right, sir, thank you. We'll go right to trustees' reports. Margaret.
Communications, just want to thank those that have provided input to the communication survey. Your input is appreciated. The January newsletter will be out on February 1st, I believe, as long as that's a weekday. We've been trying to highlight GI small businesses in each newsletter, so if you're a small business owner and you would like to have your business highlighted, and I haven't done so already, and I've kind of hit the ones that I'm a little more familiar with, but if you would like to provide input, please do so. The Police Commission. So we presented a request for approval of a millage increase for the police department. This increase is needed to maintain a 24/7 police support operation with 24 officers. And it's not just for those 24 officers, it's to maintain that level of support. We learned a lot from that first meeting. I was truly very surprised that there seems to be a gap in knowledge of the GIPD support model. The fact is that the police department goes on every single call for service. That's every call. So there seemed to be a little disconnect on that one. I want to make that very clear to residents and the board as well. So every police call, every medical call, they support our volunteer fire department. The service is 24/7. What this also means is that we have residents alive today. That's not hyperbole, because the GIPD got to them as quickly as they did. They are there to basically support the fire department, but they do save lives as well. So this is not about them versus us. We are a team. We're a public safety team. Yes, the police department is a multi-million-dollar operation. They're very aware of that. and they're always providing those calls for service. There seemed again to be a disconnect for that. Those calls for service are in the blotter. That blotter is available and made known every single police commission meeting. The deputy chief goes through that. We've also got them on our township website under the police department page. And if anybody's interested, they are there to review. But again, I've mentioned, this isn't just calls for service. This is also about coverage. We're gonna get into that detail. I'm gonna answer, hopefully, I'm able to answer every question somebody can come up with. We wanna make sure we're educating people. I'm not going to ever tell anybody what to do, how to vote, but I do wanna make sure that we're providing as much information as we possibly can, because these officers, they're not, this island is not immune to drug overdoses, domestic violence, trauma calls, cardiac events, assaults, breaking and entering. We've got volatile situations. They do happen here. Every shift that can happen. So we even have calls for service to the schools for, police support. I want to make sure, we always try to avoid these topics, but I want to make sure people are very, very clear on these things, because we're not frivolously asking for a millage. I am a taxpayer too. So I assure you, I'm very, very careful with what we're asking for, and there's always a good reason to ask for it. But again, I'm more than happy to answer those questions when it comes to those Q&A sessions. So that's my report.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. Bill and Mickey are excused, obviously. Mark?
Hello, so I sat on the Zoning Board of Appeals. We are having an appeal tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's over at home on Meridian Street if you want to attend or tune in on the YouTube channel. I mentioned at the last meeting, and I want to bring it up again. I've been talking to our new DPS director. Is it McGannigan?
Yep.
McGrannigan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess that up. And we're in the process of exploring how we can change some things on the island, some of the ordinance issues that we have come up on a regular basis. If anybody has any concerns that they want specifically addressed, feel free to email me. We'll take a look at it and we'll see what we can do with our new director in place. So, and that's
Mark,
all
can
I
you just
have.
give your email? I'm sorry, just in case.
Yes, it's
So you don't have to look for it.
mmills@grosseel.com.
Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry, were you set?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Township Manager's Report, Derek.
Just real quick, I have some information I wanted to share this evening about snow removal. Just so that the residents understand and what the differentiation is between snow emergencies and general maintenance, and what Wayne County provides and what Groseal Township provides. So Groseal obviously is a township. And townships in the state of Michigan do not own the roads within the township. The county does. So the county is the primary supplier of road-related maintenance, such as signs, street signs, road paving, and snow removal. The township does work with the county, though, in certain circumstances, such as the one that we experienced over the weekend, which was a heavy snow event, which we consider to be a snow emergency. The county does all the main roads within Groseal Township, and then they are responsible, obviously, for all the other roads in the county. So during a normal snow event, and actually in an event like we had over the weekend, the county doesn't normally go into the neighborhoods. So they'll do the main roads, Meridian, Parkway, Bellevue, Church, those main roads, and those side roads would not get done unless the township provided that service. So during a snow emergency, generally if the snow gets above 6 or 7 inches, the township will coordinate internally with public safety. If there is a situation where public safety and DPS feel like there's an issue with the snow depth on the side roads, the township actually does contract with its vendor, and we use Campbell Brothers under contract to do snow removal on those side roads. So that did occur over the weekend because there was a concern about the depth of the snow on those side roads. Those events are rare. We only do that under contract when those snow events warrant it. So the county was doing the main roads, the township through its vendor was doing the side roads. The funding for that removal comes from your road millage. So that's one of the benefits from the road millage that the residents receive. But there only is enough funding to be able to handle those circumstances when the snow is real deep, like we had over the weekend. There isn't enough funding to do it on a regular basis, so we save those dollars for events like we had over the weekend. So main roads, Wayne County, if we're in the neighborhoods, generally it's Grosse Ile Township that's doing it with those road dollars with township contracted vendors. So just wanted to make sure that there was a differentiation there. Grosse Ile Township employees, we do have a small staff with fairly lightweight equipment. We'll help out that vendor in the neighborhoods with what equipment we have, and then we do township facilities like Township Hall, rec facilities, and that type of thing with township equipment. So our guys will be out there alongside the contractor, and special thanks to them because they worked all weekend on that, doing the bike path, doing the interior roads, and then they're right back on Monday doing a water main break. So special thanks to everybody that was involved in the snow removal, the county, the contractor, the township staff. I think things turned out well, and our goal is to try to get you back and forth from your home and allow public safety to be able to get to you in the case of an emergency. So that's what the goal was over the weekend, to try to accomplish that. So
Thank you so much. I would just,
Well done, I would say. Thank you very
Thank you.
much, too, to the supervisor.
I just want to say, to add on to that, I don't want to be redundant for it all, but Treasurer Flavin, Derek, and myself were in contact throughout the snow emergency itself to see when they wanted to pull the trigger to get our help out there. And so what I did was I went out and I drove it myself, and then I went out later at night and drove it myself, and they did an incredible job. I have to say, I got a text, a gentleman by the name of John Bergen, who was driving around downriver. He had to go around to the different, unfortunately, during the storm. And when he came back, he got a hold of me and he said that, I don't know what, whatever you guys did, but Grosse Ile had the best roads of anybody. And I want to thank Compo, I want to thank, and the township too, for us getting together and saying, do it. Who do we do it for? We do it for the people. I mean, that's the way it is. We want to make sure. We didn't know if school was going to be closed. You still got to go to work in the morning. We want to keep the subdivisions open for the people. And I'm telling you, they did a phenomenal job. In a day, it was clear. And I went off Grosse Ile today even. I was driving, and it wasn't like Grosse Ile. I mean, the roads were actually like dry. I don't know how they did that. I really don't. But I went through the main roads. I went through the subs. This was later at night, just to take a ride to see it. And so anyway, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Derek, for the getting together. And I think we did the right thing. And again, we're doing it for the people. And this is why we put the money away. And we try to use the tax dollars in the right ways and to help you. And I think that especially getting people and helping them get to work in the morning is big. It's a big deal. And if, let's just say the schools didn't close, it would help them out too. So it is what it is. But thank you again. Second thing I had on my list, and I'm being redundant again, but I think Margaret covered the study session issue. But I just want to say I got some emails, I got some phone calls, and we prefaced this, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew, is that this study session was more surface information, and they are going to go much deeper into like a public meeting where people would get a question and answer, and they will be coming back and doing more on this. That wasn't just it, obviously. So thank you, Margaret, for explaining that. I don't want to go into any more depth, but I think she explained exactly the program and how this is going to work. But again, Derek, thank you. Kevin, thank you again. That was big. I mean, this is what it's about. It helps the fire department. It helps the police department get through. It helps you getting to work. It helps the school buses if they're there. Everybody. So anyway, thank you very much. And that's it for me tonight. Anything from the public? Nobody added anything? Brian? Okay. Okay then. That's 7.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bob, did you have something? Oh, no, I thought he said no. I guess a motion to adjourn if we're done. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Nobody wants to stay?
Don't forget
Meeting done, 7:31.